Today we're brewing a easy to make and easy to drink American Pale Ale. The grist for this one, really simple. We've got 9 pounds of 2-row American Pale Malt, 1 pound of Carapils and 1 pound of Caramel 10. Also, because I'm brewing this batch in a 10-gallon system and I only have 5 gallons that I'm making, I need to bulk up my grist a little bit, so I'm putting in a pound of rice hulls as well. But that's it. Let's get started. So for mash temperature, it's 153 Fahrenheit, and the instructions are calling for an hour. Typically don't spend a lot of time worrying about how long I mash for. I just end up measuring the gravity, and once it reaches my expected pre-boil gravity, then I stop mashing. So the system makes it very easy for me to take hydrometer readings. I just simply pull a sample, then I check how hot it is. I use the thermometer, put that into a tool on Brewer's Friend, then use the hydrometer to see what the gravity is, and then that will give me on Brewer's Friend an adjusted gravity value so I can see what my actual gravity is at any given stage. Alright, it's boil time. Now this is a 60-minute boil. Just because of the system I'm using, I'm actually doing a 75-minute boil. Again, because I'm using a system bigger than the batch size I'm making, I need to have a certain amount of water for it to work. So that extra 15 minutes is just going to boil off some excess. Now this beer uses 4 hops. Sounds like it's going to be hoppy, but it uses very small amounts of them. So there's the in the boil and the dry hopping stage. So in the boil, in the next 60 minutes, we're going to add Magnum, and that's a ½ ounce of that, and that's at 60 minutes. Then Cascade goes in at 10 minutes, again ½ ounce. Eldorado at 10 minutes, also ½ ounce. And then at boil out, we will add the Amarillo pellets. This beer will be dry hopped, and we're going to do ½ ounce of Amarillo and ½ ounce of Eldorado for that. The yeast for this beer is Whitbread Ale yeast. I'm using a Wyeast brand for that. And I didn't do a starter for this one, I just used the smack pack, and we'll be pouring that in. It's been 4 weeks since brew day now. This is the finished beer. And yeah, the taste, it's kind of a floral hoppy taste, but quite subtle. So not a particularly hoppy pale ale, but very pleasant to drink. This really checks all of the boxes as far as easy pale ale goes. It's very easy to brew, the fermentation was pretty easy, just a quick bit of dry hopping, and yeah, easy to drink too. Cheers!